Yo, we're live, and the hype train. I guess it's ready to leave the station. But yeah, we should have Andrew joining us shortly. He messaged me, let us know he's on his way. So we'll just hang out here a little bit until he shows up. Maybe I can like recap what we've done in the past and what we'll be looking at today. Say hi if you're in chat. And yeah, we'll just chill and have a good time today. Let me go ahead and send out the tweet. And I'll share my screen and we can get going. All right, so let's share the screen. How are we looking there? Let's make me. There you go. Oh, Andrew just showed up in the studio. Andrew, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. I think that was a thumbs up. Yeah, okay, there it is. There he is. What's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm all right.
I was
All
just
right.
getting ready to recap what we did yesterday and how I fixed our terrible, terrible problem. But let me go ahead and make the text a little bigger.
Yesterday?
What'd you say?
You said yesterday?
Yesterday, whatever. All the days get melded together for me today, bro. It's all it's all a lie. Time
Yeah.
is a lie. All right. So let me go. We'll go to the live site to start. Uh, just to recap. And yeah, Ben, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoy the stream. But we've got right on screen here. This is supaship.io. So this is the site we end up building with the course that I did with Fireship. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Pretty much it's just like a Reddit clone without the idea of subreddits. So it's just one message board. And one thing that has been standing out to me is I've been trying to like respond to a lot of these. You see, I've got like all of these upvoted right now. I have lost track of them all and which ones I have seen, and it's hard to see like from the top view how many comments are going in with each one of these. So I wanted to add a notification system, mainly for myself, so I could just get notified if someone commented on something I wasn't aware. So last week we got to the point where we were seeing like JSON for these notifications. It's a whole to do with adding a new couple new tables and setting stuff up. But where we ended up is we have this one notification test that we had. And if I hit play on here, we should see Playwright goes through and just runs through this preset script that I had given it. So we have like a user in this window, we have a commenter in this window. We're just checking, we're setting up this situation where our user has created a post and then someone else comments. And what we want is for the original poster to get a notification now. So we see the notifications. That's good. There's several things I think we need to hit next. I think the first one is just putting in RLS, because as we can see, both users see the notification right now, and that's not great. This person knows that they just commented; they don't need a notification about it. And I think if we see it, yeah, like this user ID should correspond to this user. So like this person should not even be seeing this other person's data, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's the first step. Does that sound good to you, Andrew?
Sound good. But recapping from where we left off,
Yeah.
we had hit the issue which I think you resolved in the end, right?
Yes. It was us not knowing React very well. Is what it came down to. I sent you the
Yeah.
fix, Andrew, but we might as well show everyone here. So this was just I'll drop the link in chat in case anyone wants to follow along, right? Um, But essentially, what happened was we can see over in the commented code. We were looking at like appending onto notifications or filtering them out. The problem is because our dependencies were empty on the use effect and
Right.
our notifications were created in this use state up here, we are always using the initial value of the notifications inside of the closure inside of this use effect.
Right.
So that's not good. that's why we were seeing all the issues we were seeing. Yeah, I guess I was covering up some of that there. Sorry. But yeah, that's why we were seeing a lot of those issues. And if you can see on the right hand side, all we needed to do here was declare inner notifications inside the scope of our closure. And we kind of have to like update both of these at the same time. So whenever a new payload comes in from our Postgres changes that we're listening to, we needed to set the inner notifications first so that we have memory inside of the closure that matches. And then whenever those changes, we also need to set notifications. That's going to change the set state. Again, we won't have access inside of this scope to the actual notifications. That's why we need the
Yeah.
inner ones. But we can still
Okay.
set it, and we can still, if we expand this down a little bit here, we can still return those notifications every time they change.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that was our problem. We're all fixed now, I believe. We can maybe check that out a little bit as we go in here, because actually, let's go into this one. We should see. I'm on the commenters page. If I reply to myself over here, test, we should see. Yeah, there's a new notification
Oh,
that just showed up. Isn't that
there we
neat?
go. Yeah.
It's so cool to have this without writing any WebSocket code ourselves too, may I just
Yeah.
say. That's very nice. And highlighting Ben here, using that course right now to use Supabase with Solito. Oh my goodness. I do not know anything about all of the native stuff, so props to you, Ben. Yeah, I think I've heard about this a little bit from like one of the Twitter Spaces I was in recently, using like Expo plus Next.js. I wonder if that was Solito. I don't remember hearing the word Solito before, but there was someone talking about using Expo with Next.js. So yeah, this sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Very
First
neat.
time hearing that as well.
Yeah, all these new tech I gotta keep track of now. I want to
Yeah.
be, I want to go back to being just an old crusty engineer, and not like a DevRel guy who's got to stay on top of these things. What's going on? Y'all need to calm down with all these frameworks. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think the first step we want to do is just add the RLS so that only the appropriate people are getting their notifications. We could do that. We could also do something like right now, obviously, our UI is silly. It's like just raw JSON, just coming out of the top of our header. I had Googled around for like this little like, tailwind example of how we
Ooh.
could do a notification thing. So I was thinking we could
Nice.
just maybe we start with this actually, because this would be good in terms of just coding something up, and then maybe we could like continue writing our playwright tests based on this. Because right now, writing a playwright test based on the number of JSON blobs we have is kind of silly.
Yeah.
Versus if we have this in place, maybe we could start here and then go from there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That sounds good.
let's do that. So I'll start by grabbing, shamelessly stealing this person's code. I think that's what it's
So,
here for,
so I
right?
think they're using Alpine JS along with
Mm-hmm.
Tailwind. You
Yeah,
can see the X show and X data stuff, and at the top there's a script included for Alpine. So yeah, we'll need to mod it a bit to work in our
yeah.
React
That's what
example.
I figured. I figured we'd like copy paste it in, kill off a bunch of the stuff, replace the classes with class names, and then we'll still have to adjust a little bit inside of there,
Yeah.
but it'll be a good starting point because I don't like dealing with styles when I don't have to. That's what it comes down to essentially. Was our nav bar? I think we're doing a lot of this stuff. Let's see. Was there a pre in here? Yeah.
Yeah, there
Okay.
we
So
go.
here's where our notifications is. I think what I want to do to start is actually break this out into its own little component, and we can kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Um, so let's do that. We'll say function notifications. Boom. And can kind of cut this out. We'll say let's grab up top here. Mm, we'll use the notifications in here. Another reason why I wanted to break it out into its own component is because I think just looking at the logic that we wrote here, I think it'll
Yeah.
actually be weird. Like it won't work. Like because right now the nav bar should always be seen, which means if a user comes in and they're not logged in yet, we're going to hit like a weird use case. So I kind of want to just like put some logic inside of the nav bar to say don't show the notifications unless the user's logged in.
Okay. Yeah.
So that
That
way
makes
we
sense.
won't start listening to notifications until a user's logged in, which makes sense anyways, right?
Yeah.
So I think that works out well. So now we have our notifications. Now we can return, and I'll dump in the code we pasted. Uh, Copied something in between.
Come on, you need to get a clipboard history program or
I know.
something.
I've been dragging my feet on doing that for a long time. But here we go. All right, I guess we can get rid of this. We're gonna end up cutting out a lot of stuff. Let me do uh, find and replace on
Yeah.
this. I wish for a lot of these examples they actually did not use like a specific JavaScript framework. Like I get the idea of wanting to have um wanting to have a working example, but it makes this kind of stuff unfortunate. What is
Yeah.
XMLS? What is this? I guess
That's part of
that's
the. It's part of SVG images. They're
right.
one of the attributes. So
Just making sure these are all valid. What isn't like about this right now? Must have one parent element. Oh, do we not? Mm. Oh, I see. Makes sense. So I guess we'll wrap this in a fragment. Boom. And guess that maybe works. We'll have to, I guess, jump into the browser and see what this looks like, right? But what doesn't it like about image?
image is not running closing tag.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
it just wants to. It just doesn't want to self-close, I guess. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
these.
those hrefs on those spans look weird.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Well, we're gonna have to replace the A's. First of all, we don't need all of these because we're just going to loop through the notifications, and we're gonna want to replace this with a link because we're using whatchamacallit, React router,
Right.
and so this will be. We'll need the 2 at some point, but for now, just drop it in. Oh, hey. I'm so bad at not checking these chats and then leaving them up and all this stuff. I still gotta get better at that, but yeah, I got the Supabase auth working with navigation for both web and mobile. That's awesome. Awesome to hear, Ben. Hope the course has been helpful for that. And Evan, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Evan's a good friend of mine, so welcome to the stream, Evan. But yeah, let's see. What isn't it like about our link right now? Yeah, it wants a 2. We'll just send them to home for now. And in other words,
Yeah.
I think just get it out of here, right? And then looks like something still doesn't like it. Maybe it is self-closing.
Don't you need the open brackets?
Which line are you
That
thinking?
that one there, and the one at the end. The line there, you're on to A8, so the opening and the closing curve brackets.
Curly brackets.
No, curve. What do you call it? Circle? I don't know. That one is suggesting.
I'm so confused. No, it should be
What
like
is
this should be
suggesting?
fine. I think what does this say? Does not have a correspond. It's right here. I think is one
No,
of
it's
these
not.
not closing?
It's not. You didn't close the top one's not closed for sure.
Okay, so
You're
let me just
missing.
try closing. Okay, this one's closed. This one closes there, and then are we
Yeah,
good?
finish.
I
Yeah,
think we're good.
you're fine.
Style. What's the replacement here for React? I forget.
Is it
Um.
not just style? I think it's complaining about something else.
Oh, okay. String has no proper. Oh yeah, this is where it wants like an object. I think instead with.
Weird flex.
I think is that wrong? Hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google this. Let's see. React style attribute. The most basic stuff. I still need to Google. It's great. At least we're showing it on live stream, so everyone can see my failures. Let's see. DOM elements. Find style. How does it want to do style? Style equals div style. Yeah, I mean, this looks what I was expecting. What am I doing wrong? With is it just this needs to be like an object literal inside of there? I think that
Yeah,
was it.
it's object and object.
I
Oh,
love
right.
yeah. Well, I think the starting the open curly brace will tell is just like telling JSX to evaluate the expression inside, but then we
Yeah,
want to put the object literal, so we end up looking like double curly brace syntax here. So I
yeah.
think that works. It's still complaining about this. We
So
don't need href. Anything
that's
else?
not bad. Yeah. Ignat in our in the comments suggested, yeah, what you did. I
Yeah.
think we should
Oh,
have been
cool.
watching the comments.
Yeah, we need to keep a better eye. Thanks, Ignat, for jumping in. But yeah, yeah, needs to be an object. We were on the right track. I was just being silly. Got stream brain going on apparently. So, all right, but so I think we've got our notification component. So like we're at the style part right now. I think the idea is to just like looking at the actual thing. I imagine we want it to be like right about here, like right
Yeah,
after the user, or right before, I guess maybe the where the user signed in, and only if the user is logged in. So let me just adjust this a little bit, so we can see where that's happening. So there's the message board link. I've got a bunch of comments because I'm sloppy, and then here's where the user menu would be. So I think what I'll do is here, we'll wrap it in a fragment, and we'll put so we'll have the user menu last, and then we'll put notifications here. We'll self-close it. Why does it always want to do that? I think that looks about roughly what we're going for. So
yeah.
let's try just rerunning the test, and that should fast track us to where we needed to be before. Oh my, she's very large. That is not what I was hoping to see. Obviously, but
Well,
okay.
I don't think we're storing any sort of a user image, right? So we can kind of like get rid of the.
Yeah, we can get rid of that happy looking lady. There's no place for happiness in code. Get that out of here. Where was that? I guess that was this image right here.
Yeah.
No, is it?
No. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Good. Article. I guess that's just like lorem ipsum, I guess, stuff.
I guess
All right.
so.
Let's see that. And let's run the play again here. Yeah, still weird stuff happening here. Um, it looks like,
It's a positioning issue, right?
yeah, this is exactly the kind of styles I was looking to avoid having to do while we're by bringing in that example, but that's okay. Let's see. We'll inspect, see what's going on in here. Drop down, open. Okay, so yeah, we need to tell it whether the drop down should be open, using like a state hook there. But why is there no SVG in our button? It seems weird. It looks like the SVG is in the DOM. It's just not showing up.
What's that at the top? Is that like just a blotch of white? What is it?
This right here.
No, above that, to the left. Oh,
Oh, this one, this thing right
yeah,
here.
that one there. Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that
Looks
not,
like,
not a bell? Looks almost like a bell to me. Am I seeing stuff?
is it? Let me see. I'm gotta zoom in on this.
Okay, it's not. It's just a blotch.
Yeah,
It's
like the
more like a
SVG
checkbox or
itself
something.
is I guess in there. How weird. I don't know. So there's the div. There's the button. SVG is just kind of unseen inside of it. Then, yeah. How odd. Um, Here's our button for logging out, and our name is actually there. The welcome message is hidden underneath it right now. So, okay. Um, I guess let's start maybe just by adding like the open drop down state. So we'll just say show drop down and set show drop down use state false. Cool. And then so like what was this? Drop down open. I imagine this would just be like if
That's like
drop
the
down.
arrow, right?
What's that?
I think that div there probably is just the arrow. I think
This
there's
one
an
right
arrow,
here.
right?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
see.
think there's an arrow pointing to the
Let's see how it was
button.
looking in their example.
Oh, there's no arrows.
Yeah, there's no arrows. It's just yeah, just opens and closes, which is weird. I don't like that it moves like that. I think it's the way that they set it up. But yeah, I think that looks like it's doing essentially what I want it to do here. I guess the main thing is just so here's the button to open and close it. I think we don't need this at all because I don't know what this is doing. So I'm going to erase that for now. And I guess we'll put here. So this is the drop down. We'll close that in a brace and we'll say, I guess, show drop down. And then give it the div. So it'll only do that if we tell it to show. And on the button here, we'll have on click. We'll just say set show drop down. We'll say just not what show drop down is currently saying. I think. Let's give that a whirl. See how that goes. Okay. So I still don't see I still don't see our thing, but that looks like progress. We're going somewhere here. All right, I think part of this too, just looking at it, I think with the way my Flexbox is set up,
Yeah.
I think I want to make this a new list item as part of this. So
Right.
let's break that out, and that'll hopefully help a little bit with just making sure we know what's going on. So we'll undo this, copy that, and here Um, just make another list item. You drop that in here. Get rid of this and get rid of the fragment. All right, let's give that a whirl and try it again.
All right.
I
Okay,
hate to harp on it, Andrew, but I love having this button, man. It's so nice. Okay.
All right, that is looking good. Except we still don't have our.
I still want to see a bell, man. That's what's going on. But okay, we've got some things working at least. Cool. So what's going on with that? What's going on with our bell? That looks fine.
Is it our button size? Maybe, I don't know. But we didn't even change anything, so I don't know why that would have any effect on it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Can we just see the original code again to see
Yeah,
if,
sure.
maybe we missed just something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just what's centering it inside of its kind of fixture here. So my
Well, why don't you inspect the bell there with your developer tool and then remove the H screen from the out div just to see if we get the same issue. So the div that has the flex on it. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Did that change? I can't see the bell on the other side.
It didn't really change. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't really change. It moved a little bit, which is kind of what I expected, because what is this H screen? Like it just
actually remove the flex.
Flex.
Oh, it's just moved from left to right.
Yeah, it shouldn't have anything to do with the sizing. It might be something I'm doing with sizing, just higher up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I imagine. What it feels like to me is the SVG just isn't filling it in properly, which is odd. But I don't know. We could set some like a height on the button. I'm pretty sure, and maybe go from there. But weird, still weird that you just can't see the SVG.
Yeah.
Height is 5, width is 5. That should be a thing. I wonder actually, is it possible? Let me go back to the README for the project. Oops, went too far back. I wonder if I don't think right now I'm watching my styles. So it may be that we added some Tailwind styles I wasn't using yet. So let me make sure we're running this and we'll try again. Maybe that will fix things for us.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
I haven't touched styles in so long. I forgot I needed to do this, but let's try that and refresh. Oh, that's the live site. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that was it.
We got it. I don't love the spacing. And we should see it right now because the user's not logged in.
Yeah.
I guess we forgot to do that. We should have done that.
Yeah, we didn't wrap it in anything.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. So that list item was right here. Just grab like so. And we'll do paste and boom. Coming back. Okay, that looks better. Let's hit the play button. Maybe we can adjust the spacing there. Hey, okay. Hey, look at that. This is looking pretty good, if I do say so myself.
It does.
You don't seem convinced, Andrew.
I am.
You are convinced? Okay. Good enough for me. All right.
I was
Well,
thinking, since we've we've gotten here, we should probably just start pulling out the content from the JSON
Yeah, I think so.
here as well.
Uh, let's just start throwing it in there. So at this
Actually,
point, yeah, go ahead.
you said you wanted to remove. I think there's a margin right. If I saw something a bit earlier, like there's a margin right on the notifications. No,
Let's see,
no, on
MR.
the actual. I think it's on the LI.
Oh, I see. Excuse me. Right here. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that MR. Yeah, we can reduce that to get. Yeah,
That's right. Just MR2. Just,
yeah.
I guess I could do a MX2 at that point, but yeah, let's just do that. MX2 and let's try that. Oh, good enough.
Maybe,
Feels a
maybe
little,
we need
maybe a
more
little,
right.
yeah. MX.
Wrong one. Wrong one. No.
Ah, thank you. MR2, M. Wait, I guess that's M left to
Yeah.
MR4, maybe.
Yeah.
Get rid of that
And
random M.
I think you want to revert like line 151. I think that was an ML2 instead of an MX2.
Um, let's
You
see.
have an MX2 here on line 151.
Yes, that
I
was
think that was a
ML.
ML.
Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you were right. Got rid of the line. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's try now. Hey, that's as good as
Hey,
I care to get it.
it's getting good.
It looks perfect, actually. What am I talking about? Perfect.
Getting
Perfection.
real good.
Yeah, all right. So, like you said, let's go next into. We'll start adjusting what's going inside of that drop down.
Yeah.
So, for here, I guess we'll show. We'll want to map for through our notifications to do this. So we'll take our notifications. Came from the use notification hook up top here. So this should just be a
Yeah.
notification array. Sweet. Map. We'll just structure out the pieces we need. And here's where we'll drop this. And I don't know if we want something for show all notifications, so maybe we'll kill that later. But I think I need a close paren there. So that looks decent. For the two, I think, let's see. When we click on something, I guess let's fill out this first.
Yeah.
So this was just the font inside of the paragraph. I think we can just do in here, we can get rid of all of these things and just do notification. Or actually, what do we call the things inside of here? Notification text. So we can just drop that in here. Let's check that. Let's hit play. Ba-boom. Commenter commented on the post as post. Beautiful. All right, so
Nice.
this needs to go to now. There's a post it's corresponding to. We just need to copy message board / post, and then I guess the message ID inside of the two here. So
Yeah.
that was message board post. And then here, let's replace this. And up here, we'll just structure out post ID. Post ID. Cool. And let's give that another shot. And when we click on this, oh, I see. I think this is actually not what we want ultimately, because this took me specifically to the comment as opposed to, I really wanted it to take me to the top level post.
Ah.
Which I think actually, if we want that to work right, we probably need to adjust it inside of our Postgres stuff.
Yeah.
So, what was the name of our SQL? There it is. Okay. So, Let me focus on this for a second. So this was in when we created a new post. We should be creating the inserting into our notifications table anything that matches. I think the issue is the post ID here. Where is this coming in from? Post ID.
Scroll down your screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're inserting into the post ID field this new value. The new value, that is actually not the one I want to put in here. What I'd like to put in here is the parent. Which I think we can do. Like if we look at it, the path of this, the way things are structured. Maybe let's open up the
Dashboard.
dashboard. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. We can look at the notifications table. So yeah, the post ID here is not what we want it to be. But if we look at all of the posts, we should see here the path is actually what I want. So this is the post that corresponds to our comment, and right now the notification is pointing to that comment. Whereas what I want it to point to is actually we can find it here in the path. It would be the first if we kind of like substring this out, so we split it apart by the dots. It should always be the second one, or the one at ID 1. I think Postgres is like 1 base though, right? So, but yeah, we need to when we after this gets created, we'll need to gather its path and maybe we could substring it out and put it in that way. Not exactly sure how to do that in Postgres, to be honest. But
how's the path being created for the additional posts? Because I can see here when you do an insert. Oh no, but this is for notification for when you. Wait.
This is for creating a new post. Oh, I guess what we actually care about is the new comment here. Because this is where this is coming into play.
Right.
So when we create a new comment, that new ID, so we're generating our own UUID inside of this function. But the path, let's see.
Property tree. So $3 should give you the path.
Got it. Yeah. So $3 is our path. So the client's sending this up. So we should be able to get it out from there. I guess we're looking into Postgres string stuff now. We've crossed that. So it's coming in as an L tree, and we're going to want to change it here, right?
Yeah,
I think so. All right. So we want to. Yeah, go ahead.
OPUUID, which I think isn't that you're kind of doing some split in there, right? If you look.
We already have it. Excellent. That'll save me some Googling on stream. Like I said, I think last week when we did this, a lot of this was Copilot. Because I don't know exactly what's going on with a lot of this stuff. But looks like this is already doing that kind of replacement to get the OP's UUID, which makes sense.
And it's also validating it as a UUID, so yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Should be good enough.
All right, since we made a change to our SQL, we'll need to reset the DB, so it'll reseed for us. So
we should add that when you're actually building an app that's already in production and you've already run this, you wouldn't want to modify your existing migrations. You'd create a new migration and override this existing function in that new migration.
Yes. So we covered this in the course a bit too, but I really love this piece about like the way uh, Supabase is set up. It's like if you think of our migrations directory here, it's like a stack, and every time we restart the server, like well, I guess we'll do a reset here. But if you were to like run Supabase stop and then run Supabase start, you'll be able to see as Supabase is starting up, it's going to take each one of these SQL files and run them in sequence. And in the Supabase CLI, there's also a way of like pushing any new migrations up to your central Supabase instance, right? Yeah. So that central Supabase instance is remembering which one of the scripts that you've run before. So it's going to look at the scripts you have and only push onto the central stack ones that it hasn't seen yet. So sort of at the start of this work, we built this new notifications.sql migration. And this is kind of the active one. So I'm free to modify this one right now. But like Andrew was saying, if we had already pushed to production and now we're trying to fix a bug, for example, we want to make a new migration file on top. So we want to add something else onto the stack instead of kind of just modifying the existing one. Because doing that will actually fix everything locally, but it will not fix everything in production when you're ready to push. It will actually probably be kind of a mess at that point to try to untangle what's going on. But anyways, since like Andrew said, we're safe to do that now. So I think I can run like yarn, Supabase, and I'll just do like -- help. But I think it's like db reset, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, good. See, when I've got you on, I don't even need to do help. Reset. There we go. Yeah, we can see that playing out here. Like just resetting the database, and then it's going to apply first the original DDL, and then this other script I made to adjust some of the functions, and then it's going to finally do the last one. So yeah, that looks good. And let's see. Now when we run, we can go back to our test tab, run our tests again. It'll fast forward us to where we want to be.
This is like the best setup I've ever seen. Like this whole testing still.
Don't speak too soon. It just broke. I think it was something with.
It broke so quickly in the automated way that it's fine. But imagine me as a user typing all that in over and over and it's breaking.
I know. That's what I love about this. I guess it was because we had this thing open already. Playwright's doing weird stuff with the way it's reusing its browsers. But yeah, that doesn't look right.
Ooh.
Oh, I know what it is. We need to add this at some point to our SQL. I think I did this actually in the course, but it didn't make it its way into the actual live Supabase or Supaship deployment. We need to turn on, because reset the database. We actually we turned off everything for live updates. So we need to turn that back on inside of the dashboard. And I think there's a way to do that inside of the SQL scripts as well.
Yeah.
But right now, RLS is not enabled. We'll need to fix that too. But how do I do, is it at this level? We want to adjust the notifications to turn on real time. There it is. So save it. And Andrew, I don't know if maybe do you have that off the top of your head, how we can add that to the SQL here to turn them on for everything? I was just
looking it up while you were talking. I was like,
it's somewhere in my Slack messages with y'all. I'll need to find it.
Exactly.
But it's also like somewhere in the course too. I can grab it. But yeah, for now I'll just turn it on. Let me know if you find that though. I think that'll get us to where we need to be for this at least. Because really, I'd like to turn on the real time for all of our tables.
Yeah.
Because why not? But yeah, looks like now. Oh no, still don't have it for whatever reason. See all notifications. Let me maybe try rerunning it. Did that help? Not really.
Still not working?
Still not working. Well, it's not that it's not working. It's that it's just empty, right? So maybe what I can do, let me try refreshing. If I refresh, do they show up? Yes.
So it is to do with real time, right? I think. If when you refresh, it's showing up.
Yeah. Let me try adding a new comment from the commenter and see. Yeah, it definitely has to do with real time. Did I not save it on the dashboard when I did this? Notifications. Looks like it's turned on.
Yeah, it's definitely turned on.
Save. Table. Notifications. Yeah, I don't know why that would be. I guess we can start debugging through here, but yeah, did you have an idea?
Anything to do with us changing the post ID to the original post ID? I don't know if you had anything in your code for the Supabase real-time stuff that was relying on that. That probably could have.
It's possible. Let's take a look. So we'll go back to our nav bar and take a look inside of here. I guess this would be inside the use notifications hook.
Yeah.
Is there anything in here? I think we actually want to change this to a star. Not that it really matters. Like there should only be inserts going on.
Yeah.
That should be fine.
Okay, there's nothing specific in here to do with the.
Yeah. So I guess we probably want to start debugging inside of here again just to see what's going on. Are we not getting payloads? I think that's probably what's happening is we're just not getting payloads, which I would have thought we would because we had seen this working earlier and there's nothing that was fundamentally changed here.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me hit this and we'll check what's going on inside of that debugger. There we go. And yeah, it's like the debugger's here, so we're not, I guess we're not getting those because it should have paused here. If we refresh, get that. Yeah, we're just not getting notifications pushed. Because this is just never firing. I guess we can look at the WebSocket now. Is there something... Normally, I guess we don't see this many of the WebSocket things being hit. What's going on with this? Oh, right? There we go. This is probably our problem. I don't know what this is. Unexpected response code 500. Ah. Okay. Something doesn't like here. Do you see what it could be, Andrew? Or
no.
This is where we need Chase on.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. But it looks like when we're creating this, it's just failing right now. Should I take down Supabase and start it back up? I feel like...
I think so. Yeah. Let's try that.
Yarn Supabase stop. Yarn Supabase start. We'll have to turn on manually the real time again because we don't have it in our script.
It's something to create publication. I can't remember how you create publications.
While it's starting up, let me pull up my Slack over here and maybe I know I talked with y'all about it. Publication. Boom, boom. Oh, I think I found
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to first create publication Supabase real time, and then you have to somehow add that table to it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember.
Let's go to the SQL file. Let me paste in. So this is what I had from Wenbo. I think this is what we want without like a begin or a commit, probably. Maybe I do need the begin and commit. I don't know. But drop
so the begin and commit
publication.
is just to wrap it in a transaction. So if one of them should fail, it just rolls back.
Oh, I see. So we probably need to put those back in. That sounds like a nice thing to have. With publish equals that. Add table. Okay, so this is where we can add our tables. So
that's the one. Yeah.
Notification. Let me also add, because I noticed this, just because it was saying yo dog instead of our actual user. We'll want to add it for like. Let me look at the dashboard to remember the name. It's for user profiles, I believe. This is where like we have the username. So I'll add that user underscore profiles. Is that right?
And the table is notifications with an S.
Oh, thank you. That would have been bad. That would have been terrible. I'm trying to figure that one out. Okay, so now I guess with that in place, let me just stop and start again. This DB reset has me all nervous, given those 500s. I'm like, I'm just gonna tear it all down. Let's start back up. And starting the database. There goes. Once this is done, we'll run our tests again. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Let's hit the play. Oh, okay. Yes, that's good.
Working?
We're working. Well, kind of working. Like we still need to do RLS, obviously, right? But yeah, we're hitting the debugger and all that stuff. So now let's make sure to comment over here. We should see another thing pop up in the list. It's hitting the debugger right now, but it looks like it. Yay!
Oh my gosh! Whoa!
Look at that. Pretty cool, so nice, if I do say so myself. I think.
And does the links work?
No, slow down.
Let's go.
I mean, I think it does. Right now we're on that page, right? Oh. So, but yeah, it looks like it works.
Yeah, cool.
It's like we should probably. There's a bunch of stuff we should probably do, like close it after we click it.
Yeah.
Or like, I guess one thing I definitely want to do is like put like a little red circle somewhere in the corner of this button for things that haven't been looked at yet. And there's probably like a whole bunch of stuff we should do there too, just in terms of like, we'll want to like when we visit this page, every notification that we have inside of let's look at the dashboard. Every notification that matches the user ID and the post ID of the route we just went to, we should set them all to like give them a red at. Yeah, so that we can mark them as kind of seen. And then they shouldn't count when we count up the things to put in that little red bubble, right?
Okay.
So
you want to actually put a number in the red bubble?
Yes, I'd like to.
I thought you just wanted to put the red bubble without a number, because then I would say that.
If we're putting a red bubble, we might as well put a number in it. We've got the information. You know what I'm saying? I think that sounds good. We may get to a point where there's just way too many things in this drop down too. So like somewhere down the line, we'll probably need to filter it down to just your last 5 or something like that, maybe. But for now, I think the first step would be to just add the RLS for our notification, our 2 notification tables, really. I think I'll just jump into like the original DDL to see how we did that. And that's probably all we'll need. Create policy. I think this is what we want. So we'll copy that and we'll dump it into here. So users can see their own notifications, and this would be on public dot notifications. And then what was the other name? The other table name was called notification signup. So we'll want to do the same thing here, but for notification underscore signups. Notification signups. I think that looks good.
Is the field call user ID as well on that table, on those
Oh,
tables? Just to be
maybe
sure.
not. Let's make sure. User ID and
Yeah.
user ID.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Cool.
Everything else looks all right. I'm gonna go ahead and start and stop again.
No, don't start and stop. I wanted to see if our DB reset was gonna work.
I'm just so worried about this giving me those 500s again, dude. But we'll try it. I feel like okay. Let's see. If we get another 500, we'll know. Maybe this is something we could take back to the team. Let them know, hey, this is still not working quite right. Oh no.
No.
That was possibly just because we had
the
the debugger open, but yeah, I think there's a recreatable issue. So the good news is we've caught it on stream, so we can send it to the team here. The bad news is I think we're going back to this for our purposes. It's okay. Let's see if we can get the red number in there, and then we'll call it a day. Because I probably gotta switch out to some other stuff for the rest of my day here. But let's see. I'll just Google like Tailwind notification bubble. I think I saw some in this site. I've never used this one before, Tailwind components, but it was nice enough. Cheers to this guy for giving us the starter. Appreciate it. We'll drop his Twitter in here, so he'll get like the the Supaship bump. There we go. Yeah. If you want to go follow him. And but we'll go to notification. We'll just do like Tailwind notification drop down bubble.
CSS badge. That's the one, right?
That looks good. Right? Yeah. Badges looks probably what we want. No, that's not the kind of badges I want.
That was a badge.
Yeah, that's a
Here's one down here. Scroll down.
There we go. That's what we want exactly.
There you go.
All right, how do they do this?
It's just that second div that says absolute, and that one.
Yoink. Okay.
I think this is the best thing about Tailwind. As much as I hate the idea of the 500,000 class names, I think the greatest thing is that you can go around and just copy stuff and paste them, and it just works.
Exactly. That's quite nice. All right, so let's go back to our nav bar. And this is on the notification component. We'll just add it like they did right here. And class name. And here, I guess we'd just do like this, but filter red. I forget what we call it. True for now. Dot length. What did we call this? Red at is red at equals null. I think that's right. Let's take a look at how that looks. If we're feeling spicy, we could maybe even add the test to make sure that's. Oh, look at that!
Ooh, oh my gosh!
It should be a 1 instead of a 0, but
it just works.
It just works. Cheers, Tailwind, you rock. Look at this it looks much nicer than I deserve any of my things to look. Why is it? What happened?
I don't think we. Did you do a stop start? I don't think you did.
I didn't. I thought I had.
Did you? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Yeah, it looks like I did last. But why is that not showing up now? Let's just hit play again. Maybe there's something silly I was doing. Okay, there's our one. I'll take it. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Is still an issue here because the commenter sees this notification, and they shouldn't. Which is interesting. I would have thought the RLS policy we added would have prevented us from seeing that, right?
Yeah, let's see. Let's look inside of the
You want to look at
dashboard
the dashboard?
and see if
Yeah.
it was
Notifications.
our list is not enabled. There we go.
Oh, there's another line to just turn this on, I
Yeah.
think, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I was just streamer brain again here.
Yeah.
Where is it? Yeah. We'll copy this one. We'll just use that over in our newest migration. Guess it's probably fine to do it here. Notifications. Yeah. Notification signups. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Do this because I want my real time to still work, Andrew.
Yeah.
No shade. Like the tooling that y'all give is so good. I just don't care about stuff like this where there's the easy workaround. So
yeah, I mean the CLI team has been like acing it like every release, right? Like they just I just mentioned to them stuff that I think we need, or they have a list of stuff that they think we need, and it's just always on point.
Yeah.
like this now, I'm just gonna report to them, and I'm sure by next week they'll be like, yeah, it's not working.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it must be something weird going on with that. Yeah, I don't even know what it could be, but
the first run, yeah, I don't know why you're.
I'm
still convinced that this is the way.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Try this. I think it's something with my browser still being open. So we'll do it with fresh browsers. Do we break something? I wonder.
Wonder if the RLS being enabled.
It's probably preventing us from writing now, I bet.
Oh yeah, definitely. We don't have any rule for writing, so it would prevent from writing.
Definitely. Okay, so
let's just put in since it's just for testing right now, let's just put in a bare rule, which is just true for writing. So just enable writing for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll say as permissive for, and this will be insert.
Yeah.
To public, and would we just do true here?
Well, it needs to be in the whatever you call those curve braces.
Parens.
What do you call them? What do you call them?
Parens. Parentheses.
Okay. Parentheses.
There we go. So we'll do that. Same thing down here. Notification signups. All right. So I think ideally what I'd want to do, like obviously true works for now.
Hold on. The second one you didn't set the table name. You just changed the title.
Thank you.
There you go.
Wait, is that create policy?
Yeah, that's the one I want to change. The notification signups.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying something for a button.
Yeah, well, before I get too confused, let's just call this writing notifications and writing notification signups. Okay. It's not going to be a problem that they have the same name, is it?
No,
I don't know.
They shouldn't, because they're on different tables.
Because they're on different tables.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
So the confusion would lie when you visit the dashboard. You'd be reading it and be like, which one is for what?
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So I think really what I'd want for being able to write, it would be not that the user's auth UID is equal to the user ID, but that the auth UID is equal to maybe we may need to add like another field here just to represent it. It's because I don't see how we would do that quite yet. Because I don't want to just let this be open to being written by anyone. This is almost one of those things where I wonder inside of the create comment piece,
Yep.
if I should like empower this so this happens at like a system level. This specifically, this insert into the notifications. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess so. I did this in the course. I think the way I did this was I created a new function that's going to work as a trigger on an insert.
Okay.
Which I think I could do there, and then there was the way of empowering that. I think if we look at our original DDL, let me just find trigger. Yeah, so yeah, this one. So for updating the post score, so this is just if we look at the dashboard. Oops.
I think your something broke in the migration, so you didn't restart.
Oh,
Your super restart failed. Yeah.
Oh, sad day. Where did we break? Statement 14.
So it shouldn't be using. It should be a check. It's with check when it comes on to insert.
Oh, I see. Which line are we looking at here?
So this would be in your
I'm looking at the wrong file.
Yeah. So it would be, instead of using, it would be with check.
With check. True, like so.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Going back to my original thought though. Let's make sure the dashboard. Oh, gotta restart that. Too many things. This is the problems with full stack development. Too many things to go up. Oh, got a question from Evan here too. Is there anything on the roadmap to enable editing the auth email templates in Supabase local? Can be done from the hosted UI, but I'd love to have it in my code base. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in progress. We're still sketching out ways of how to do it because of how that works in the local stuff. But yeah, it's definitely on the roadmap. I think we even spoke about it today. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very awesome. I hope if nothing else, my course is helping push the local development stuff because it's so cool already. Yeah, I'd love to see just a little more support would be awesome in terms of like Evan said with the local emails and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I kind of just sidestep that in my course because I'm like, just turn off emails in local.
We
we'll
definitely
be
need
fine.
to get a way for you to edit it because today we also realized a small, well, it's not small. There's a thing that happened where if you send a reset password email to a Gmail account, the default template somehow gets flagged as spam. Yeah, so
interesting.
you can't edit it in self-hosted in the local or self-hosted, then that's definitely a problem. So
yeah, makes sense.
We're looking into it.
Cool. All right, let me hit the button again. Should get us here. Still have 0 there, so something's still failing. Let's see what it is.
What happens if you refresh?
Refresh, still 0.
All right. So
oh, well, actually, that may be right, because the commenter should see 0. Let me get the other one. This one's not right, because this user should definitely see something. Refresh it. Let's check the table. Okay, nothing was added there. There are signups. So something just failed here. I bet the commenter, did they not even make a comment, I bet. Oh no, the comment went through.
I was gonna say, can we see the policy in the UI just to be sure that it's
the policy in the UI? How do you mean there?
Sorry, and the Supabase dashboard locally.
Oh,
can we look at the RLS policy, the rule of
yes. So we can go here and look at notifications.
No. Go back to the table view
Okay, right here.
and click on the table. Then the top right. Yeah, if you just click on that, it should take you to it. There we go.
Gotcha.
Can you edit the right? Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. And interestingly, it's not failing the transaction. Like when we create the comments, that is being added.
Yeah.
It's just not what we can verify is not happening is there's nothing in the notifications table when there should be now.
But there is something in the notification signups, right?
Yes, we have the two things we would expect to see: the person creating the post and the other person is now signed up for notifications on this thread because they commented on it. So
And
both of those are correct.
Are we
Yeah.
using the same function to write to both the notification signups and the notification table, or is it two different functions?
It's a remote procedure for creating the post and then a remote procedure for creating the comment. So inside of those remote procedures, that's where we're writing to the notification signups, and also where we're not writing to the notifications. Let's maybe look at that inside of the SQL here. So here we go for creating the new post. Let me hide that. So I dropped the old one. And in the new create new post, we do everything we had been doing, but we also, if you can see here,
boom, that's the problem, right?
Where is it?
So I think because this function isn't a security definer function, it's getting blocked by the row level security when it comes on to reading from the notification sign up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's
so it's not it's didn't fail because it just didn't see anything to loop for inside of this for. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we have to change it to a security definer to bypass the rule.
Okay. So we need to like copy what we did up here.
Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah, that's good to keep the search path as well. Happy you did that.
Yeah. Is that right? Did I put it in the right place? I swear I'm just like, I'm just guessing.
Anywhere and it works.
Okay. I'm not used to that. All right. Let's see. Stopping and starting. And we'll hit the button.
It's taking longer this time. What happened?
What's that?
I'm saying it's taking a little bit longer this time.
Error starting main. Branch was not dumped. Uh-oh.
What?
I don't know what that is at all.
I don't
know. That looks good. Let's try it. Probably get some X's here, I'm guessing.
Let's go.
First
run X's.
Yeah, first run X's. Nothing new. There you go. This looks wrong. Just because the user's still...
Wait, but is this the commenter or the...
This is the original poster. And it looks like they're failing right now. Submitting is failing. So we messed up somewhere else. Let's go into inspect and just see what's going on with the network. It's just not there. Okay, let's try stopping and starting again. I guess something happened with the teardown of that last one. I hope it's fixed by this. Otherwise, we can go into like Docker and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
That one looked like it went down correctly. Starting containers coming up. Is all 10.
There's still that whole error restoring main. Branch was not.
Yeah.
Was that? Maybe that was there before. We just never noticed it.
Was it? Let's see. No, I don't see it here. It's definitely new. Why? I imagine we'll have the same issue here. just getting 404s on the notification. Was it maybe something we did? I don't think so.
Yeah. Let's see, just create a new post again. All right. Security definer after language, yeah.
I imagine we'll actually need it inside of our create new comments as well.
Do we? I don't. Are we looping anything in here?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me that looks all fine. Can we view your other function that you had, which had the security definer in it?
Yeah,
Your
this
other
one up here.
migration?
Oh,
No,
the other.
you copied it from from a different file.
Yeah. Here, no changes on it. Just.
Yeah, it looks right.
It looks right to me too. Let's see. I bet we get the 404s still. Just something wrong with the API. Just don't know what. Submit. Yeah, 404. Test. Submit. 404. Anything in the response? No function? Does not exist.
Function. Oh yes. Okay, got it. Go back. Oh my gosh. Good. Good
yeah.
Do that.
That's nice.
So the search path, we need to add extensions to the search path as well as public.
Oh, I see.
Which comes from the extensions.
Got it. Okay, that makes kind of sense. I'm still confused. So you said public and something else like this?
Extensions.
Or?
Yeah, extensions.
Extensions.
I think it's with an S. Yeah, I think that's what a schema is called in your database.
Okay, and that's because we need scope to this function to generate a UUID. Okay.
So we can either write it there, or we could just put the full path to the UUID. We could just write extensions.uuid_generate if you didn't want to put it in the search path.
Gotcha. So that search path is just telling it what it's kind of defining the scope. Okay, yeah, for that it has access to. Okay, let's try that. Would that be what's causing this error?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
Let's see. Unless maybe it's gone.
Some other function in there again, which we can't get access to.
Yeah. Well, it's not like the whole thing is gone. Because like we don't just immediately fail. We still are getting some information, including like being able to sign up a user. Like that whole flow is still working by the time we fail. So, okay. Commenter has 0. That's actually expected. If we look at the user, okay, they're in the debugger, but it's probably a good thing. What are they getting called? Yeah, I know. What is it catching on though? Sources, debugger. Yeah, look at that. Hey, we did it. All right. I'm calling it there. That's good. I think the next step when we bring this up next week is we just like right now we're getting us to this spot. I think at this point we can like if we jump over to here in our tests, we could just add a quick check here to like make sure that the commenter has 0 notifications, the original user has 1, and we can kind of build off of that. And that will give us just a nice red X if we ever break that again. And a nice screen check. I actually think like the just doing this on the function, I think that's fine, right? Because we're still just defining at the server level. These are some things you can do. So as long as there's no malicious way some user could provide us some combination of these things to like ruin stuff, I don't think.
No.
So
and there's no bound to the public the public schema, and yeah, as you said, the values for the function are already defined. They can't actually change the function body itself. So
Right.
there's no sort of SQL injection that could happen at this point.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
they're
I
set.
wasn't thinking so much injection so much as it was just like I can adjust someone else's information.
Right.
Uh which I don't know. Maybe someone could just use someone else's user ID if they knew that and pass it in now. I guess we'd have to like
Mm,
add some level here just to make sure the user ID matches the request, the JWT we get.
yeah, yeah,
So I don't know. We can take a look at that next week because I think
yeah,
that is actually a legitimate like concern. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, cool. All right. Hey, that's a good place to wrap up. Andrew, thanks a lot for coming by. This was fun. We got
yeah. It
uh
was.
we got this beautiful little red bubble now, and I like it.
Yeah. And also, thank you to the Tailwind contributor on that website who contributed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Look at this.
bell icon.
I would not be able to get here by myself. I'll tell you that. So cheers, y'all. All right, we'll wrap it up there. Catch y'all next time.
All right, take care.